Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? This is Champion 2D Rob. Um, yeah, what can I say? Another pickups vid. It's been a while since my last vid. Just been really busy. Since we're in that Christmas season, just been busy with work. Um, just haven't really been feeling doing a lot of vids lately. But I will be putting out a couple more vids within the next week or so. Just some videos I've been meaning to do. This is a pickups vid. This is a gaming pickups vid. The next one to follow will be a DVDs and Blu-rays video. And I also need to do a video response as well. Well, a couple of video responses. So I'll get round to that as I'm gonna have some free time coming up very soon. But yeah, no, the last few weeks just been working a lot, just trying to earn that money, and and just doing other stuff as well. Last week went out, went to a party. It was nice to go out and socialize. Went out last Saturday, which is very rare for me. Is I don't get a lot of Saturday nights off, so it was nice to do. It was a friend's birthday, and I've got a lot of nights out planned within the next few weeks as well. Star Wars is coming out, so really looking forward to seeing that film. So excited! I cannot wait. It feels like forever since even when since the last Star Wars film came out. Was it Revenge of the Sith came out in what, 2005? Was it? It feels so long ago, and it was such a letdown as well. So I'm really looking forward to this new one. The reviews have been positive so far, so can't wait to see. I'll be seeing next week, so really looking forward to that. But anyway, yeah. So gaming wise, I haven't actually been able to do much gaming itself. Yeah, just because I've been caught up working most of the time. The sort of free time that I do get is just been used to watch movies mainly. Just trying to catch up on a lot of films. Been buying a lot of movies, and I've been watching a lot of TV shows. Bloody hell, a lot of TV. I've been watching. Trying to get through my backlog. Recently, I got done watching the Jessica Jones series, which was the latest series from Marvel. They did a fantastic job with Daredevil. So Jessica Jones was the follow up, and yeah, really enjoyed that. I also finished watching another show called Black Sails, season 2 of that, which is on Amazon Prime. It's basically a pirate show. When people ask me about the show and they ask me to describe it, it's basically if you kind of took the sort of violence and sex of Game of Thrones and combined it with the Pirates of the Caribbean, then you've basically got Black Sails. And I'm really enjoying that show. So yeah, I got done watching that, and I also finished watching The Man in the High Castle as well, which is a fantastic show, guys. Very worth checking out. It's basically set on an alternate Earth where the Nazis won World War II, so they basically took over the world, and you see them sort of like in the US that's controlled by the Nazis. It's really good. Definitely worth a watch, guys. But yeah, so in aside from like watching TV and movies and stuff, I have bought a few games. I've actually got 5 games here, 5 games to show you. Some good games here, some very good games. And of course, in the run up to Christmas, I did decide to treat myself as well. So I do have here one retro title which I've been meaning to get. It's quite a pricey title, so it's definitely one that I'm treating myself with. Think, definitely wanted to add into the collection, so I'm really excited to have it. I've been playing it. It's brilliant. Much better than the version I have, so yeah. So anyway, let's get on with the pickups. I have 3 PlayStation 4 titles here, and I have one PlayStation 3 game and one Mega Drive title, which of course I'm going to leave the Mega Drive title till last, because that one is a very good one. And I think I'll start with the PlayStation 3 game here. Now, this is actually a really, really good game. It's a fighting game. It's a 2D fighter. It was actually recommended to me by a YouTuber. Don't butcher your name here. Is it TG Aphelios? Is it TG Aphelios? Sorry if I've butchered your name, mate. But yeah, basically he told me about this title. The last in one of my pickups vids, I'd bought Under Night in Birth, which is sort of like a 2D fighter that uses a lot of sort of anime inspired characters. And he brought up this title and it sounded really interesting. And the game that I got was, if I can pronounce this right, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. And just show you some of the back there. It also came with a soundtrack CD as well. Haven't listened to it, but yeah, that was sort of nice to have. But essentially, what makes this game stand out is that the characters that you choose from, they all actually come from established manga. The only ones the only manga series that I recognise is Sword Art Online. I've not watched it. I've not read the manga, but I'm aware of it. And I believe there's another game based around it on the PS4 as well. And I think there's another one called Black Bullet that I've also recall. I don't know it, but I've heard the name. So all the characters themselves that you play as are all from various mangas, but the levels are all themed around Sega titles, Sega games. So you actually have like a Sonic the Hedgehog level. Yeah, there is like one of the levels in the game. You see the Green Hill Zone, and one of the levels is based on Valkyria Chronicles, and there's a few others as well. I know that Virtua Fighter has a level as well. It's themed around Virtua Fighter. And speaking of Virtua Fighter, a secret unlockable character is Akira from Virtua Fighter. And you also, I think her name is Pi, is also from Virtua Fighter. She is like an assist character, which you can also, you don't play as her, but she's like an assist. And this is a fantastic title. I mean, I have completed it once. I never really paid attention to the storyline, but basically the gist of it is there's this female character that seems to wear a Dreamcast controller on her head. I think she brings all these characters into this world, and it's like I say, it's all themed around sort of Sega games. And you basically have to battle it out and destroy this evil dark force, something to that effect. And yeah, it's a fantastic 2D fighter. And I definitely think it's one for all you Sega collectors. If you like anything and everything Sega, this is definitely one to check out, because like I say, all the levels are themed around Sega titles, classic Sega titles. There is actually a level, I believe, that's also themed around Shinobi. So it's Shinobi, Valkyria Chronicles, Virtua Fighter, Sonic the Hedgehog. I know there's a few more as well, but there's two I can't remember. But those are the ones that I know of, that I'm familiar with. Oh, there's also one based on Nights as well. Yeah, Nights into Dreams. One of the levels is also themed around Nights into Dreams as well. I recognise that level. But yeah, it's a really, really good fighting game. Some great characters. Like I say, I mean, they're all based around manga titles, but it's great fun to play. And the fact that you can play as Akira from Virtua Fighter, and he plays in 2D, it's really cool. The way they drew him as well, it's beautiful. Graphically, it's very nice. And yeah, it's another solid 2D fighter into the collection. Now, moving on to the PlayStation 4 titles here. Most of you are aware that I actually don't even have a PlayStation 4. I will be picking one up in the new year at some point down the line. But I keep coming into games for such good prices that it's hard to sort of pass up because I don't want them going up in price. And the first title here is one that I was planning to get on the PlayStation 3, but then decided to hold off on the PS4 version. And this is quite a controversial title, and you'll see in a moment. But it's been quite a controversial game because it's considered really, really short. So I never wanted to pay full price for it, even on the PlayStation 3. And I've been waiting very patiently for it to come down to a price that I was willing to pay. And the game I'm talking about is Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes. And yeah, this is, as most people know, this is just basically a prologue to the original Metal Gear Solid 5. And it's basically just one mission. So some have argued, it's just basically a glorified demo. But I'm a big fan of Metal Gear. Controversy aside, the issues with Kojima and the Konami things aside, I'm a fan of Metal Gear. And of course, when I do get around to getting my PlayStation 4, I will be picking up Metal Gear Solid 5. But as a fan of Metal Gear, I can't pass this one up. And I managed to get this on Amazon. It was sealed and it was going for £10, which I think was a good price for it. I've been told it's a very short title. It's basically a demo, pretty much. But like I say, I'm a massive Metal Gear fan and I can't skip any of them out. So I'm glad to have it anyway. And the next title I picked up here, now this is one that I picked up because I've just been feeling to play this type of game. And the game I picked up is Pure Pool. Now I'm actually very big into pool. I love playing pool. I love playing the actual game itself. It's a game I used to play a lot with my mates growing up. Love playing pool. I used to hang around the pool halls quite a lot. And I also like playing virtual pool. I love playing these sort of pool games. And in fact, one game that I'm actually quite addicted on my phone is actually one of these sort of pool titles. So when I saw this on a PS4, I decided I wanted to pick it up. And again, I got it off Amazon. It was going for a decent price, brand new and sealed again. Never played any of these titles, so I'm curious to see how it plays. But yeah, the one on my phone, I'm completely addicted to it. I love playing it, and I look forward to giving this one a try. Weirdly enough, I've never owned any pool games across any systems ever, which for me is odd because I've played a lot of virtual pool games on PCs and stuff in the past. And I love them. I absolutely love them. And it's weird that it just never occurred to me to pick one up on the Mega Drive or PS1 or PS2. Never occurred to me to do so. But yeah, I thought I'd break the mold with this one. And yeah, looking forward to giving that one a try. And the last game I picked up on the PlayStation 4. And this is basically a title that I rebought. Had it on PS3. Absolutely loved it. And that's The Last of Us Remastered. Yeah, I had to buy this on the PS4. I sold my PS3 copy. I sold it to a friend of mine, and that's because I was going to get it on the PS4. Absolutely love this game. Definitely one of my top favorites from last gen. And I haven't played the extra mission with Ellie that was a downloadable title on the PS3, but is actually included on this. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing that. As any new Last of Us is fantastic for me, and I'm looking forward to playing this again at 60 frames per second. I want to see what enhancements they've done to it. I just want to see this game running smoothly. Like I said, I just absolutely love this title. I've completed it 4 times on the PlayStation 3. Brilliant game, brilliant title. Yeah, there's not enough I could say good things about this game. I just love it so much. I love the storyline. It's not so much that the game is particularly innovative in terms of gameplay, but the story is so engrossing. I really did love the story, and the ending was fantastic. I loved the way it was so it wasn't as clear cut. It was just a great ending, and it was one of those endings that, you know, it could be left open for a sequel, or you could choose to leave it there. But hopefully they make a sequel to this title. I mean, there's so many directions you can go with the series. I mean, that you could also do a prequel game that focuses on a younger Joel. It's great. Yeah, fantastic. Really, really chuffed to add this one. Again, got it for a good price, which is why I couldn't pass it up and why I picked it up now. But yeah, just chuffed to have it. And finally, yeah, so basically, I've been meaning to get this title for the Mega Drive, and it's actually a Japanese Mega Drive title, and it's one I've wanted for a long time. I have the PAL version of this game, but the PAL version is it's basically an edited version. It's a cut down version. It was censored. They censored the West version, which I'll go into once I show the game. But yeah, it just really bugged me. Is I do enjoy the title, but I feel that I don't like things to be cut down. And for me, some of the cuts they made to me, I felt, well, they're not major cuts. I still think that it wasn't what it should have been. So I decided to go for the Japanese version, and yeah, it cost a fair bit, but I'm glad to own it because it's in mint condition. And the title I got is Bare Knuckle 3, aka Streets of Rage 3 for those that don't know. So yeah, it is in lovely condition, and like it is, of course, complete with the manual, and it also does come with the poster slash sort of moves. If you ever decide to buy Streets of Rage 3, make sure it comes with the poster, otherwise it's not complete. So yeah, really, really happy. This has been one title that I've been meaning to add, and it's fantastic. I will explain that what basically they cut out from the game was one of the bosses. For the Western release, they removed one of the bosses because he was considered, how shall I put it, very camp. Very camp. So they kind of removed him altogether. But it was nice to see the character back in the game. And also one of the oddest changes in the Western release of Streets of Rage 3, Axel's t-shirt is yellow, but in this one it's the traditional white, which I thought was a bit of an odd change. And also I'm told the storyline was changed. But of course, that's not really going to make much difference to me because the text is all in Japanese, so I can't really follow the story anyway. But I'm just glad to own this version of the title. I think for me it's much more enjoyable. And it's the little things like seeing Axel back in the white t-shirt. I think for me it's just it feels better, feels right. And of course, being such a massive fan of the Streets of Rage series, yeah, I just had to have this. It was it's always bugged me that I had the censored version of the game. I will say though, it's a little bit odd playing this game because it runs, obviously being an NTSC title, it runs at a faster frame rate, and I'm so used to the flow of the PAL versions that when I played this, it just feels a bit too fast for me, and it just kind of bothers me. Like I feel like the rhythm is a bit off. But maybe that's because I'm just so used to playing the PAL versions running at 50 hertz. Playing this at 60 hertz, I don't know. It feels a bit off to me. Controversial, I know, but I'm happy with. I've always been. One thing I will say about the PAL versions of these titles is that I felt the speed was fine. I never felt the games played slow. So this to me plays like it's a bit overclocked. This is a bit weird, but it's a minor quibble. It's not really a big thing. It's just something that takes me a moment to get used to, but I just thought it was an observation worth noting. But yeah, very, very happy to finally have this, and yeah, great title to have. There are a few more Japanese Mega Drive titles, as well as some US titles I've been meaning to get. In fact, prior to buying this, I almost bought the Genesis version of Splatterhouse 3. That was one title that's been on my list for a while, and I did see a copy, and I was almost going to buy it. But then I said to myself, well, if I've got this money to spare, I'd rather spend it on a title that I want even more, and that being this one. So I just decided to go for this instead. And I'm very, very happy, because this is definitely the definitive version of Streets of Rage 3. I mean, I have the PAL version. I'm happy with the PAL version. It's staying in my collection. But I feel that if you want the true Streets of Rage 3 game, you need to go and get yourself Bare Knuckle 3. Yeah, so that's it, guys. There will be a couple more videos coming up very soon. There's going to be a DVD and Blu-rays pickups vid, as well as a video with a couple of video responses. One video response to the Ryan Shand, as well as P Armour, aka on a retro tip. He put out a question basically asking you what were the games that you had for the Mega Drive as a kid. So I will be doing that video very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. So they'll basically be coming out leading up to Christmas time. Now I'm going to have some free time at the end of this week. So yeah, anyway, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's very much appreciated. Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you think of the games and stuff. And yeah, I'll be back very soon. I won't leave it so long next time. So thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.